Welcome back, listeners. Once again, I'm the Tales Keeper. Tonight's file is about a creature people fear not because of how it looks, but because of what it can do with your voice. A being tied to the desert, the woods, and long empty roads. A legend that warns people to never follow a sound that feels wrong. Before I continue, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss anything coming next. Now, shall we continue? Act 1. When the voice sounds wrong. The first sign something is wrong is not what you see, it's what you hear. People describe being deep in the woods, late at night, when a voice calls their name. The voice sounds familiar. A friend, a family member, someone they trust. But the voice comes from the wrong direction, too far away, too calm, too empty. Sometimes it calls again, repeating the name with the same tone each time, like it's copying the sound instead of understanding it. That's when people realize something terrifying. Whatever is calling to them knows their voice, but it doesn't know how to use it. Act 2. What a Skinwalker actually is. The Skinwalker comes from Navajo folklore and is known as a dangerous, forbidden being. It is not just a monster. It is said to be a human who chose to become something else. According to the legend, a Skinwalker gains its power through dark rituals, including the rejection of moral rules and community bonds. In doing so, it gains the ability to shapeshift into animals and, in some cases, mimic human behavior. Because of how serious the legend is, many Navajo elders refuse to speak about skinwalkers at all. Even naming them is believed to draw attention. That silence is part of what makes the legend unsettling. Act 3. How skinwalkers appear. People rarely describe skinwalkers the same way twice, but the details always overlap. Sometimes they look like animals moving the wrong way, a deer standing upright, a coyote with human eyes, a wolf that runs too smoothly. Other times they look human, but something is off. The posture is wrong, the movements are stiff or delayed. The face looks like it is being worn instead of lived in. Witnesses often say the eyes are the giveaway. Too reflective, too aware. Watching instead of reacting. Skinwalkers do not rush. They observe first. Act 4. A common woods encounter. One of the most reported incidents happens like this. Someone is camping or driving on a remote road at night. They hear footsteps just outside the range of the firelight or headlights. When they look, they see an animal standing still, watching them. Then the animal moves closer, not charging, not growling, just stepping forward slowly, as if testing distance. Some people say the animal suddenly speaks. Not clearly, not naturally. Just enough to sound like a human trying to remember how words work. Most people run at this point. Those who don't say the animal smiles. Act 5. Mimicry and voice incidents. Skinwalkers are most feared for their ability to mimic voices. There are stories of people hearing a family member calling for help outside their house at night, only to realize the voice never changes tone. It repeats the same phrase over and over. Others report hearing crying in the woods that sounds human until it suddenly stops the moment someone responds. One particularly common detail stands out. The voice never sounds emotional. It sounds recorded, as if the Skinwalker understands language but not feeling. Act 6. Why people feel watched. Those who believe they've encountered a Skinwalker often describe a deep sense of being studied. Not hunted, studied. They feel watched for long periods before anything happens. Some report seeing the same animal repeatedly over several nights, always at the edge of visibility. Others say the creature learns patterns, when lights turn on, when doors lock, when people leave. The fear doesn't come from attack, it comes from intelligence. Skinwalkers are believed to choose their moment carefully. Act 7. Psychological and cultural warnings. In Navajo culture, skinwalkers are not treated like ghost stories. They are warnings. Stories told to keep people from wandering alone, breaking social rules, or practicing forbidden behavior. Many elders say skinwalkers thrive on fear, secrecy, and isolation. The more attention they receive, the stronger they become. Modern explanations suggest some encounters could be misidentified animals, stress responses, or psychological projection. But these explanations fail to account for how similar the stories are across generations. People who've never heard of skinwalkers still describe the same behaviors. That consistency is hard to ignore. Act 8. What happens after an encounter? Most people who believe they've encountered a skinwalker never get proof. No photos, no recordings, just the memory. But the experience stays with them. They avoid the woods at night. They stop responding to voices they cannot see. They lock doors earlier than before. Some report dreams where they hear their name being called from far away. Others feel watched for weeks afterward. Whether the skinwalker is a supernatural being, a cultural warning, or something else entirely, the effect is real. Once you hear a voice that sounds right but feels wrong, you never forget it. Thank you for watching this entry in the Dark Creature Files. The Skinwalker remains one of the most feared and respected legends in North America, not because of what it looks like, but because of how it thinks. Stay aware. Trust what feels wrong, and I will see you in the next file.